Don't call it a glass break. It's been here for years.
And it's more like a... Our balls are weak?
Yeah, that's correct.
I don't know. Hey, Wooly. I see you are controlling God Hand.
I am controlling God Hand.
What stupid thing do you have in your mind right now? Are you thinking about playing God Hand? The loudest game of all time?
I've made the mistake of turning it on and sitting down and holding the controller.
Well,
so
Wooly, I can see the little pips on the recording over there.
Literally the loudest game ever made.
So we turn this on and immediately, what the fuck was that?
That's the sound of me backing out.
Why did it sound like the fucking system beep noise?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's horrific.
It's so loud, but it's okay. We're gonna make it through. It's loud because it's been this long.
So it is redlining the shit out of the Elgato.
It's blowing it up.
I told Billy, like, dude, careful on this one because game audio. Like, we turn it on, and Wooly just immediately like snatched his headphones off his head, just go,
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like, this is like something where at home, like, I have like 2 pips on my fucking volume
So for you audio nerds out there, on our mixer, this is at minus 35 decibels.
Yes,
is what we're listening to.
Also, there's no subtitles in this game because it's fucking old.
So we're gonna shut up.
We're gonna have, but also it's loud, so that makes up for it a bit.
Yeah, totally.
But we'll mix. It's okay.
It sounds. This feels like Shinji Mikami made God Hand, and the game's like, "Fuck you, it's God Hand!"
God Hand, yeah.
Screaming its ass off at you.
Hey, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play on normal.
Yeah, that's right.
What? You need me to hold your hand or something?
Yeah, we do.
We're gonna play on normal because I'm not ready for hard mode.
Also, LP tax will kick in very strong.
Straight up, like it's like playing normally requires your attention, and you still get wiped.
Playing on normal is the hard.
It's been a long time.
Water!
Hey, Gene.
Hey, Gene.
This place reeks.
Hey, walking TNA.
Wait, you don't expect me to mop
The
up,
camera, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention, much sexier than you.
Well, your sexy little friends. They're coming for a dance.
It's
Still
so
sexier
old.
than you are.
It makes no sense.
The dialogue?
It's the dumbest. It's the absolute worst it's ever been. Everybody get ready for the dumbest and worst it's ever been.
I cannot think of a game with, like, dumber and worser dialogue than this game.
Reading a book, though.
Reading a book.
That's all we got so far.
Yeah, every level you're gonna get a different one.
However, the reason why this game is so lauded and touted
is this shit right here.
So give me a minute to just...
Also, welcome to 2008's masterpiece that nobody gives a shit about and nobody played. God Hand. Noted massive commercial failure. The first of the Platinum Curse, I'm gonna say. Despite being produced by Capcom's Clover Studios.
Sure.
Capcom was mad that God Hand sold negative copies. They had to pay people to take it. And Shinji Mikami, Hideki Kamiya, Inaba, and others went, "Fuck you! We want to make tons of action games that don't sell for fuck!"
But the combat system has never been greater, and
it's fantastic. So this is using a behind-the-back RE4 style camera, and for a beat-em-up, that's weird. However, you desperately, desperately need this camera angle because you are going to be juggling and sweeping, and you need to be super, super close to enemies to actually read them properly. This unfortunately leads to a total lack of ability to, like, see your surrounding area. But hey, that's fine. Basic combat system you saw in the menu. Wooly's got 4 attacks. He's got a guard break, which is going to come in about there it is, which will give him a little combo boost. He's got high, lows, mix-ups, pop-ups, charge moves.
Lots off the bat.
All sorts of shit.
The enemy anger system is a thing.
Yes, the enemy anger system is, if you do good against an enemy, sometimes an enemy get mad. On addition, Like, this is a weird thing to start an LP because we're having to explain the controls in exhaustive detail, but it's important to actually understand what's going on.
What you're actually looking at. Also, look at this fucking animation.
Oh, it's terrible. Look at this clipping through
through the
everything.
wall. No fucks given. Shinji.
So what are your attack buttons? Square and triangle primarily?
Your attack buttons are for whatever you want them to be.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
you
true.
set them.
That's right. So, of note here, however, is the analog stick's use, the right analog stick. Instead of being used for the camera, like a normal game for not weirdos, it has been assigned to juke, dodge, and backflip. Every time you see Wooly do a sidestep that's all cool like that, that's analog stick.
That's correct.
Every time you see him juke his head, like bop, 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 can we get a look at that for a second? Like that?
The sickest it's ever been.
That is a tap. And this is important, a tap on the forward of the analog stick. Up, yeah. And the backflip is back on the analog stick. This makes it so that if you want to defend, boy, you better move your fucking fingers off that goddamn button fast. And we're also looking in the bottom left corner. You can see that blue has just turned from level 1 to level 2.
Randomly, from time to time,
This will happen.
the demons.
The enemy will turn into a demon.
Their problems.
This is the part where you use the God Hand in this first level, and you just wail on this motherfucker until the circle prompt for Pummel appears in about a second. Oh, yeah, there. Oh!
Polka God instead.
Oh, Polka God instead? Is that the easy mode thing?
No.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
No,
Yeah.
that's literally, you get that in when you're, as a potential way to finish them off.
You're not Alexander. So, there it is. You know you can do the sides.
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
There it is. He's doing it. This game is kind of infamous rather than famous due to the stellar writing and editorial integrity on display circa 2008, 2009 IGN. Oh, here we got your special moves, those little balls in the bottom
That's the
left.
roulette. Famously referred. That's probably the most famous thing about the game.
Yeah.
Is the roulette system of your finishing moves.
So the reason why this became infamous is because of IGN's 3.0 review.
Despite it being some of the most advanced combat we'd ever seen in video games.
Now, what's actually way more telling than that review is their response to the review. So one,
but it looks like crap in terms of like.
So let's be real.
Yeah.
This game looks like shit.
Oh yeah.
This game looked archaic and awful for 2005, and it came out in 2008, right?
Yes.
This is a fucking cheaply made game with like no time put into the graphics at all or any form of the presentation. Like, look at this menu in the bottom. Like, it looks fucking terrible.
It's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
The only thing visually in this game that got like time spent on it was the animations, which are
Yes.
pretty great.
And seamless when you edit your move list.
Yeah, which probably took a lot of work. But that will heal you like a classic beat 'em up should.
Absolutely.
Is this a best friends beat 'em up?
Oh, it might as well be.
Whatever. Put it in your mind canon, folks. But IGN puts out the review. It says this game looks like trash. It plays like trash. It sounds like trash.
Yep.
I think that the music is really charming, but it's also like terrible.
Absolutely.
And it's a 3, right? It's terrible.
Right.
This is a bargain basement game, and especially, and this cannot be overstated because of where this came from. This was the first game that Shinji Mikami directed after releasing Resident Evil 4.
right.
And people
So
were like,
what the
"What?
fuck happened?"
What the actual fuck?"
And let's not forget like Okami and
Okami and Beautiful Joe had
were
just come out before this. And Devil May Cry was not under the Clover label, but it had been by some of the people who worked at Clover.
so it was weird, to say the least.
Why is this trash game here? Why are we looking at this trash game? So, what's way more interesting than the 3.0 review, if you can go back and find it now if you so desire, is in the bottom their response. Can we get a pump? Oh no, we can't. Damn. Is the response to it, which was basically like, listen, We're willing to admit we may have gotten this game wrong, but listen to us on this. This might be the most universally reviled game we have ever had in the office.
Yeah.
No one wanted to review it. Everyone who touched it hates it. Like, it is so garbo. And then, as a response to that, we're getting an internet drop now. I don't know what to call it. The combo magician Sar. What's his
Sorian Dash?
Sorian Dash, but his YouTube channel, I believe, is just something Sor.
The original god of, like, amazing performance in character action games.
Put out a video, which was, I believe it's titled Systems Analysis in Godhead, and it's a dialogueless, voiceless breakdown of this level, in which he shows off some of the stuff that Wooly's been doing here in with the moveset, and just shows styling all over everything like no one has ever styled before. And like it's absurdly deep, but boy do you really have to dig deep to get into that.
You have to want it.
You have to really want it.
Someone has to tell you it's there, essentially.
So, these things are your upgrades. They're dumb upgrades with no purpose, sold by dumb people in weird costumes for no purpose in this area that doesn't exist.
But however, you can add to your roulette through this menu
which
here.
Which is cool.
You can increase your move list in a very remember-me-like way.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And you unlock moves as you go, as you progress. Sometimes you get them for saving people. Sometimes you get them for just whatever. And you buy them, and then you mix them into your move list.
Oh, you
so
didn't put
I have a
another-
slot there, for example.
And you got low kick you can put on, man.
I'm not going to put kicks on my fucking slot ever, because I want to be able to flurry.
Yeah. So,
But I don't have a choice.
everybody ended up
So-
with a completely different way of building their gene in this. So,
And there's no real wrong way.
it's just what do you prefer? What's the
How do you like
What's
it?
the feel
Yeah.
that you want to create with your beat 'em up character, right? So, a lot of people, Wooly included, clearly, don't put kicks on their standard combo.
Don't want it.
And the reason why is because kicks in this game have weird properties. They nearly all have weird properties. If it's a low kick and the enemy is jumping, it'll miss. If it's a low kick and the enemy is unbalanced, and unbalanced is a weird state that gets caused by their own moveset. So if they have one leg off the ground or some such, a low kick will sweep them.
Juggles get broken when you're depending on the height of your move.
Yeah.
And most importantly, when you go into God Hand Flurry, you want your hits to link into each other.
Yeah, you want your last hit to link into your first hit well.
Let's stay in that hotel.
By the way, Gene is the God Hand.
That's him.
I'll search for their base from here.
Much better.
Gene, are you listening?
Have fun. Got nothing to do with me.
Camera.
Impossible.
There it is. She got him.
Yeah. And it's so weird because they already know each other.
Yeah.
Like the game starts with that, so you're already like, what the fuck?
Must be hunting season.
Now we will flash back. Gene got his arm cut off. And then he got...
Time to get to business, Gene.
Something's different, though.
Now he's got the God Hand.
More importantly,
Yes, more importantly, Sylvia got one over on him.
What the hell? Huh? Check your back, smartass.
Son of a bitch!
Damn it, Olivia!
Oh, Olivia, not Sylvia. My bad. That's beautiful.
Sylvia. So you can do, if you're feeling particularly frisky, what they call a kick me run, in which you don't activate your God Hand powers and the kick me sign stays on your back. We will not be doing that.
No, who gives a shit? We are doing what is known as a coward run. A run made for Let's Players.
So that I can talk and play at the same time.
Somewhat. There will be much Pat rambling
Oh,
during
yes.
this LP. If you don't like to hear me ramble about bullshit, that's too bad. But, what the fuck was I talking about before?
Shit.
Yeah, damage numbers in all modes, high.
Big death happening all the time.
So what was a really goofy way that you could have done your... eventually you get access to the Drunken Master punches.
Yes.
And they all have incredibly bizarre properties. They will low profile you, or they will move your character from one direction to the other. And it's super weird. But yeah, everybody made their own gene, their own way. It was wonderful.
I love it.
There's also a really good, I forget the name, but it's by some British guys, or Irish, or something. One of them regions. One of them limeys.
Sure.
Going, Gold Hand's just a game about punching people.
We can
It's a
do these,
video review you can find.
we can do these challenges for money as well.
Yes, you should.
And the thing with them is you can try them for free, but whatever state you leave in is
the state
the
that
state
you
you,
leave in.
you leave in. Yeah.
So if you barely eke through, enjoy the following level very much. The audio in this game is so loud
It's crazy.
that I can hear, even though we've turned it down by 35 decibels, I can hear the in-game sound peaking and redlining. And like fucking Jean and Olivia's voices sound tinny because their audio is like cranked up to the maximum. Now, we pointed out the level 1, level 2 bar that you see Wooly fucking up with there, or fucking around with rather, in the bottom left, but we didn't actually talk about it. So what that is this is a really hard game, and Mikami and bros decided that it wasn't enough that the game be really fucking hard. If you did well at any point, the game will say fuck you and become much more difficult.
It certainly does.
So as Wooly dodges, as he jukes in particular, like juking your head is one of the biggest ways to make the bar
dodge
go
things
up.
and make.
As you hit guys, what have you, without getting hit,
Yep.
the bar will rise.
Because it's like, oh, you're good.
You're good, huh?
Everyone gets pissed.
So, what ends up happening is at level 1, enemies attack in certain manners, and they're normal. That's their default state. In level 2, they're more aggressive overall. They do more damage. Some will have new behavior.
They counter more often in particular.
Yeah.
So you saw for a moment there
I love
that
it.
I went for a slide on that guy and he just jumped over my
Yeah, you
my
just
feet.
hopped it.
No fucks given. Yeah.
Oh, you can open that hole. At level 3, this increases.
Just to say, hey,
Hey.
there she is. She's up there.
And at level 4, appropriately named level die,
Yes.
get fucked. That is what you will do.
Yeah. You can also taunt to make them pissed off.
You can also grovel to make it go down.
Always fun. And you can grovel into like a nut shot though, so it's not completely worthless. But if groveling is a nice way to just
Like,
be like, please,
dude,
it's too much.
Come on.
I just want to enjoy this.
Now I know what you ask at home. Why would anyone play such a game with such a weird scaling difficulty system? And the answer is because the rewards are increased the higher your level is.
Exactly.
Your score and therefore money and therefore access to new moves and what have you increase. They go up.
The other thing too is a lot of the time you can just run to the door in this game.
Yeah.
So like I can just run to that elevator, but I want to fight.
Yeah, you want to fight, you want to get these guys.
Right? And like yeah.
So, like, for example, everybody sees that Wooly has, I'm not sure if it's on triangle, but he has a high kick. That high kick, when an enemy is being juggled, will have special properties. I believe that is a kick-up juggle, like it'll launch higher.
Oh, he got me.
He got you.
Fuck me.
Back down. Back down.
Just like that, dude.
Just like that. Now do the whole level.
Oh no.
No,
it's
do the
gonna-
whole level from the ferry.
Midway, yeah.
Yeah. However, luckily, you'll start at level 1 once again, and you will also start with the resources that you had at the time, and
You get your life back.
back.
Yeah.
So, hey, Not that bad.
but you lose big bonuses for dying at all.
So what's
There's just all kinds of stuff. Money.
So
and-
what's fascinating to me is that one of the reasons that Resident Evil 4 was so lauded at the time is that RE4 has what I would consider to be perfect pacing. Like, it has the best, like, rise and fall of action and whatnot of nearly any game I've ever played. And that's a pretty consistent, like, thumbs up from the average person. But the answer is, well, but why does it have perfect pacing? Well, level design matters, obviously, enemy,
Yes.
what have you. But one of the secret reasons is that RE4 does, in fact, have a hidden scaling difficulty system that is 100% obfuscated from the player. Enemies become less accurate, less aggressive, do less damage, and some enemies will in fact even disappear from areas you have trouble with if you have trouble with them too much. The most obvious example, oh wow, get fucked.
demons don't pop out when you do that.
The most obvious example of this is the infamous water room. You're familiar, I'm sure, Wooly.
I know.
The water room where you have to turn the crank, and Ashley then hops along the 3 platforms.
It's been a long time.
It's
but
pretty soon once you start the castle. Ooh, look at this. Talk about the water room in a second. Gotta listen to these demons.
This fucking table.
Azel, as the newest member of the 4 Devas, you had better have a good reason for calling us here.
I've discovered the one in possession of the God Hand.
It's like establishing these assholes immediately.
As stupid
Sure about
dumbasses.
that?
I can feel it.
Look at his left arm. He is a god hand.
Hey, Morgan.
God Hand is so blasé. Call me the Devil Hand.
I don't care what you call yourself. I don't trust dirty humans.
Your kind is so incredibly stubborn.
Humans will be nothing but worker bees creating honey in our paradise.
If you guessed that was the Virgil, you guessed
Can
correctly.
think of other things to do with mortal men. So many uses. They can be such wonderful toys.
You loco chica, no way! Let me deal with this human cabron.
Shut up, fat ass!
Get your legs off my tail.
I always liked that guy in the suit.
Find out
Sharp
if this
suit.
human truly is
Sharp
the
tie,
God
sharp
Hand.
shirt.
I'm evil.
Yep. I guess
You're the boss.
Nello Angelo is a more apt actually thing to call him,
Yeah.
based on the time frame.
Congrats on beating another stage. We'll be going on to stage 1A, a poison chihuahua, in just a second.
You've earned one more level of progression.
But the water room has like, oh god, I want to say like 15 fucking enemies in it. It's a shit ton.
Okay.
It's a big, huge combat thing. And the most annoying part is that you have a bunch of the shield guys, you have a bunch of everybody, but there's also like 2 crossbow dudes shooting at you the whole fucking time.
yes.
And then if you die 2 or 3 times in that sequence, those crossbow dudes disappear. They just leave. They just get removed from the encounter because it's like, okay, we'll take it easy on you a bit. This game takes that concept and turns it into an active gameplay feature under the control of the player, which RE4 sure as fuck
Does not.
It did everything
Yeah.
it could to obfuscate that.
Also, there's a casino.
What?
You can make money by playing casino games if you want. There's poker, blackjack, and then you got your roulettes over here. And if you just, you can actually like fucking, yeah, you can actually just be like, yo, I'm gonna fucking play this game and see if I can make some money. You forgot the casino,
I don't think I've ever been in this room.
and then there's like the high roller table that you get later.
I think I've beaten this game twice, and I don't think I have
Ever done this?
seen this room.
Wow, yeah, this is a thing, and it's a way to make money. You like video poker in particular? If you keep at it for a bit, you can actually.
Now remember, kids, video poker, good way to make money. You go down to your local
Yeah.
video poker machine,
tell you what, like off screen, I might actually spend some time in that.
Oh yeah,
there,
that's
you
why
know?
not?
If I find a need for money.
Christ, there's a big fucking neon sign. Thank you for playing.
At Barely Regal. That's the name of the fucking, yeah. And then, of course, you've got your training area.
Oh, I should mention, I don't know if you couldn't tell from Elvis, our large cigar-chomping Mexican demon, or what's the succubus's name?
I forget.
I forget. The crazed sex pot blonde.
Yes.
Or Olivia and her camera. Wow, that's just Mokogen. This game is saucy and old.
Yep. Yep, it sure is.
Remember the first mini-boss that we're gonna be coming up on fighting? And what a weird relic that they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you forgot, huh?
Yeah. So this is a training guide to try your moves out and whatnot.
You can't win, because it's a robot.
That's it.
That's it. There's also the extreme fighting ring.
But you can't do that yet either. Yes.
You know what I love about Gene? When you run, sometimes he does like a little dance.
A little saunter? Yeah.
I'm not sure what you did to
No,
cause
it's when you're in combat. So when your arm is glowing, and you're doing and you're like, you've got some like
he's just
some juice
dancing
going.
back and forth.
Yeah, he's feeling himself. He's feeling
It's
himself.
good. I'm feeling good about the God Hand. I'm feeling good about being potentially good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you gotta call that out a little bit.
Oh, just a little though.
Just a little bit.
But now we're going on to a poison chihuahua.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't forget.
I'm gonna just. Well, let's just play video games.
Yeah, let's play video games for the current time. Let's throw rocks at these guys. Oh, fuck off.
Is he gonna get it?
So, one of the weirder things about God Hand is that you see this first area here. It's like a, it's like a Morcode, like Western kind of like town,
Yeah.
you know, what have you. We're gonna go to temples.
We're gonna go all over.
We're gonna go to caves.
Yeah, for sure.
But the important thing is that they're all gonna look about this terrible. The world stops over that little hill.
Always, yeah.
The
that's
game
true.
has no skybox of any kind.
Yeah, yep.
You don't need these things when you're punching people. These things aren't important.
You've got a dodge button. What do you need that other shit for? You're fine.
So, probably one of my favorite things about God Hand actually ended up hurting my enjoyment of RE5. That's kind of a weird thing to say, but follow me along here.
Sure.
If you go back and watch the very first gameplay trailer of RE5, you know the one where he's shooting all the black people?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. So, when he's aiming at the terrifying throng, the horrible mob, a couple of them come at him and swing at him, and he jukes. He jukes machete swings.
Oh, Poison Chihuahua, by the way.
Yes, there he is. Don't let it bite you.
Oh, God, you're fucked.
Now he has been poisoned.
Want some blood serum? Come and get it!
And you want to talk about a fucking Trigun world.
Oh, yeah.
This fucking Planet Gunsmoke shit is so Trigun.
so stupid.
Asshole cowboys just, like, torturing people for fun.
With poison chihuahuas.
With nothing else to do all day.
So, yeah, fucking, what's his name? Chris totally jukes like God Hand.
Yeah.
To dodge machete swings. And it is only seen in that one, like, 5-second clip ever. It was never shown again, and it's definitely not in the main game. And I got it in my head that if they're gonna do RE4 style action, you know, it would be an amazing way to deal with all these huge amounts of enemies.
A fucking dodge system?
If you use God Hand's dodge system.
Oh, you thought. Oh my god.
There it is. There's a little saunter. And then that didn't happen.
Yeah, you got baited.
Dude, they put it in the trailer. Like, it exists. People can go back and watch that shit. They can look at it and go, Pat was right. Which is something that I would like to hear more often than the usual.
Hey, this pickup.
Yeah!
Well, I don't need it right now, actually.
Well, okay. Okay. So there's a fun hidden time limit going on right now. That guy is totally dying as being bitten by the poison chihuahua.
That's correct.
And you have to get the antidote back within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And he'll give you, like, I think he gives you a health pickup.
Probably a move, actually. These guys usually, like the people you rescue, usually give you some.
Oh,
moves.
get that. Yeah.
We were.
Holy shit! You
we're
see that
okay, though.
shimmering on the walls? That PS2 shimmer?
Like, who cares about Collision?
Who gives a shit?
Fuck Collision.
Stop that motherfucker. That's what matters. Man, we're never getting another anything
Of
ever,
this?
ever.
Oh, stop it.
No, I don't.
It's
even,
over.
I like, dude. This game is like also not even gonna get spiritual successors.
There's
Right.
there's so little to success, you know? But the system itself.
The system's great. Oh, look at that guy. He tried to get fancy. And look, he gets stomped.
I love it.
I love it.
When you swing that, you look just like fucking Donkey Kong. It's
Smash
gotta be
Brothers
intelligent.
animation.
I love
almost.
that every ladder in the game, I don't think he climbs one ladder
Ever.
once.
You just jump every time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Why would you do anything but jump?
Get back here, you
Where'd that
little
fucker
fuck.
go?
Yeah.
Where'd he go? I don't know.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, get him.